everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today we are using the makeup from PLouise advent calendar. So if a few weeks ago you saw my video, I did the unboxing, and if you want to check that out, if you haven't, then please do, because it was a really fun video and I love unboxing advent calendars. I wish I bought more this year, but for my budget it was just a bit too much. But the makeup that we got in the PLouise one is out of this world. Like, it is insane, it's so excessive, but I really enjoyed unboxing it. And today I wanted to use the makeup because there is a lot of it. Of course, the skincare I'm not using in this video, and a couple of other bits that I kind of felt like I didn't want to use, like the mini palettes, I will use in a future video. So I have my foundation on already. We're going to start off with bronzer. So this is the Just Roll With It, and this one I actually really like. The packaging is the same, like pretty much throughout, like all of her stuff for this advent calendar. And if you again haven't seen anything, then obviously it'd be a nice surprise. But this is what the bronze palette looks like. You got 8 shades, and I hope that they are for everyone. I mean, it's not going to be completely perfect, but I am going to try my best to kind of match what works for me, because the foundation I used today is pretty pale. So I'm gonna go in with this second shade, I believe. And I don't know if I could use any of these in the future as like not bronzer, but like eyeshadow, because I know that the formula is quite very crazy. Oh no, that's gonna be very orange. I'm gonna pray for me that I don't go too excessive, because I've gone ham with this. Okay, I'm just gonna slowly tap it and, you know, brush it in, because it is gonna be a tad orange. I might have to add maybe one of these kind of latest shade, not obviously that one, but like one of these ones, because yeah, it's kind of just a tad orange. So let's blend this in. Okay, I've not gone too heavy, so that's fine. Let's try this corner one, because I just want it to be like the tiniest, because again I feel like we need to kind of blend in to get everything working, and I think this shade is probably much better for me. So we're just going to kind of use this to warm myself up, because this foundation is way too light for me. Alright, that's worked out quite well. So let's go on to the blush. So it came with quite a few blushes, like, to be honest, like it's stupidly like how much blush we got, and I was really happy because blush is one of my favorites. But you get 2 of these like really big palettes, and just at random I thought I would just choose this one, which is completely fine for me because I love all of the shades, even in the other palette. So today I am going to go in with probably this peachy one, because why not? I mean, it came with like the advent calendar came with like a single one which was like super bright pink, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to use it, because bright pink is probably not for me. And then at least with the powder ones, there's a bit more going for it. And there was another one which I like, the one she sells on her TikTok, the one with the sponge applicator. I'm not a big fan of those blushes, because they just didn't work too well for me when I got them. Maybe this other shade, like the new one, would work for me, so I'll definitely give it a go. But I'm not the biggest fan of that formula. But her powder blushes are super duper nice. So this shade is a really kind of like peachy tone, which I really like. And again, I would definitely use all of these. They might not work completely for me, but I know that a lot of this makeup I'm going to be using for a while, so I might not pick up anything new from PLouise, because again, I've given her a lot of my money, especially during the advent calendar and just stuff in previous. And I know there's been a lot of issues recently on like TikTok, and I know she came out with her collaboration with Michaela. I have nothing against Michaela, like that's amazing. The collaboration did look really nice. Just that blue palette was just completely, like, it is so excessive. And I think for £40 it was pretty good, because I believe it was like much bigger than this, and I think it might have been like a double palette as well. But yeah, this blush one is really cute. Again, that peach color is right up my street. We're going to go on to highlighter, and you only get like one highlighter palette, which again I think is completely fine. Like, I don't feel like you need a crazy excessive amount. You do get a liquid highlighter as well, which I will definitely try in the future, but I really wanted to like just try a ton of powders today. So you get 4 shades. I don't know if they will all work for me. Like I think this one definitely won't. This is probably too icy, but I feel like this one today might be the one that I'm kind of reaching towards. So I'm just gonna take an e.l.f. highlighter brush, tap off any excess, because I feel like this is gonna be, oh yes, this is very, very icy, which is completely fine. It is crazy pigmented, and to be honest, I've used her highlighters before and I think they are absolutely stunning, and this is absolutely no different. I don't think there's any different like formulas, because I feel like a lot of the formulas probably are going to be the same, which I still like, because again her highlighters and blushes are stunning. But again, the packaging is probably what kind of I loved a lot about the kind of collection. I mean, pink is not for me, but I do love the whole aesthetic and the vibes about it. So we're going to move on to the eyes next. So we're going to use the Can I Have a Taste palette, because of course I wanted to use the Big Mama. So this was like day 25, and I think this was absolutely perfect for the last day of the calendar. Like I mentioned, you do get some mini ones as well. I think they're like quads, but I will definitely use them in the future. But I think a lot of the shades are very similar to maybe what's in this palette already. But I'm going to do such a nice like nude look today, but I want to add my Urban Decay primer because it's just something that I use every time I use eyeshadow. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of do something nice and simple, because this palette is not the most crazy imaginative one in my opinion. Like I feel like they could have given a bit more kind of difference to it, because it's just like a nude palette, but I'm still very excited that we got it. We're going to go in first with this shade, which is called Desert Island, and I think a lot of this I might even get mixed up, because if I lose sight of one, it all just kind of becomes a blur. But it's kind of like a nice just like a biscuit color, and this palette is so massive for my table. I don't know where to put things, but I like that you kind of get mirror in all of these. But yeah, let's just kind of get Desert Island on first. Yep, that's all good. Okay, again, I expect nothing different in these palettes compared to her other ones. We're going to go into a bit of a deeper shade now, so we're going to go in with Whip It, just here, which is a bit more of a deeper orange. So we're just going to use that in the crease, and my eyelids are pretty sore at the moment. I've been filming a few videos already today, and so my eyes are like in pain. But this Urban Decay primer is really like my savior, because I feel like every time I use it, my lids look so good and they last such a long time. Like I really like using it. I do obviously want to give like these shadows a fair chance, but to be honest, like I said, I know that her quality is still pretty good. Now let's wing out with we're gonna kind of do something a bit more oomph, and we're gonna go in with Gumdrop Button. I wonder how they come up with all of these names, because honestly, where's it gone? Okay, it's just like, how many names can you come up with the word gingerbread without it sounding completely repetitive, and without sounding like you're just using names for the sake of it? Like, some of the names are very cute, and of course the team have worked so hard. So I think obviously to plan like an advent calendar, and especially with their brand, everything is like not available in other kind of places. I feel like obviously they put a lot of hard work, which is amazing, and especially like the packing team and everything that kind of goes in with the brand, not just like Paige herself, because obviously the brand is now just absolutely insane. The fact that they got like Michaela, who is probably one of the biggest like TikTok star, like the biggest kind of beauty influencer on TikTok, is mad, even though they both had their kind of like controversies recently and stuff. But of course I'm not here to talk about any of that. I'm just going to kind of blend in now like a light shade, maybe Hidden Cupboard, which is kind of gonna go on the top because I want to soft things out just slightly. But yeah, what I was kind of saying is that, along with a lot of people not happy with their collaboration because they both have issues, but you know, it's all about makeup for me. I prefer to just talk about the makeup with everything, but I've still been enjoying like a lot of her makeup. Again, I haven't bought much as recent because I knew I was getting this, so there's no point me ordering a ton of stuff that I'm just not really gonna maybe use as often. Let's go in with a shimmer now, because again, we're just doing something really simple. We're gonna go in with Pantry Pal just here, which looks a bit very gorgeous. So we're just gonna take on a brush and see how it looks, because my eyelids again are hurting, they're very sore, but we're just doing it. And I need to film videos because I haven't had much chance to like sit down and film. Like, I would have filmed this ages ago, but I've been working and it's now the Christmas period, so it's even busier and no time, no rest for me. So sitting down and doing this kind of makeup is such a nice way to like relax and calm myself. Okay, so that is the palette as a whole. Actually, let me just add an inner corner because I've got a small brush. So we're going to go in with Perfect Batch just here, and we're just going to inner corner because why not. Let me know if you picked up this calendar or you were, I don't know if it's still available anymore because I know it's way into December when uploading this, or well, it's just like the 2nd of December now when I'm filming this, but I don't know when I'll upload it. But yeah, I don't know if it's still available or how it works, but yeah, so far we're looking great. So we're going to end on the lips now. So I did get a ton of lip liners in this little box. I don't know what shade to go for, because what I'm going to go in is the like lip kit afterwards. So I'm just going to go in with something simple, but the fact that you get like 2, 4, 6 lip liners is actually beyond me. So I'm going to take this shade, which is called Bake My Biscuit. So I've tried her lip liners before, they are so nice. So let's get this on. Great. So I mean, it's not like the most crazy outstanding like color, but I didn't want anything too overpowering, if that makes any sense. So I mean, yeah, you get 6 liners and there's such a great selection of shades. This is all like falling apart. I'm eventually going to get rid of these boxes because honestly, again, some of them are just really dramatic and I don't have anywhere to put them, and this is just turned into a mess, so we're going to leave it. So yeah, this is the lip kit now. So this is a moment on the lips, and it's basically a lipstick palette, and I haven't really used one of her lipstick palettes before. I've used like her kind of squeezy tube lipsticks, which I would applicate on which I would apply with a brush and stuff, but these just kind of come by themselves. And I feel like going in with this shade just here, there's no name, so I'm going to see how this brush works because I don't know, I'm not the best at doing stuff like this, but these look super creamy, so let's see how they work. Okay, that's really pale. Okay, I don't feel like that's done a crazy amount of things. Like, it's a really pale shade compared to what's actually in the pan, and I don't know if it's my lip liner that's affected it, though I doubt it. But it is super creamy. I don't see it drying down anytime soon, and I've made such a mess, but that's fine. One thing is a bit here and there, like having to maybe constantly clean the brush because putting it back slightly unhygienic, even though it's just my lips that will obviously use this. But this is my finished look using makeup from the PLouise advent calendar, and again, I feel like this calendar was really great. I mean, would I buy the one next year? Potentially, if there's anything that I feel might be worth it, because this year I literally bought it like on a whim, but I did pay in installments because I am not made of money, and I, you know, just really wanted to like treat myself and see how the video takes me and like the products and stuff like that. And I feel like as a whole I really enjoy it, and everything is just as good as her normal stuff. Like, there's nothing new, if that makes sense. So even if you kind of didn't buy it, you're not missing out on a whole load of things, because a lot of these colors can be purchased in other means and other palettes, and let me know what you think of this look. Let me know if you picked up the calendar. Do you think it was worth it? Have you tried the makeup? Do you enjoy it? And thank you so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there, and I appreciate you sitting down, listening to me ramble on. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.